He's calling it.
Yeah, he's gonna get hurt earrings.
Love, you know?
All right, carry on with the road report.
The boys are out doing some honing and putting stones in the road in the worst spots. That was, everything's running good. All the trucks are going, everything's going good. Rodney's pretty concerned about a fat truck going through Flint Bridge.
Yeah, again.
What happened?
Nothing yet.
Fat truck. But there's nothing we can do about it. But
Well, I was thinking about last year with how they smashed the road all up and just the sheer weight of the truck and the sap going through the old bridge with that, what was that quote, $42,000 or something for repairs on it. I thought, man, if something is cracked, maybe we ought to be preemptive and so Rodney was gonna get hold of Chris Bump from the state and then send an engineer down just to
look at it.
to look at why we're spending 42,000. And in the same breath, when he talked to Chris, we're gonna probably get a grant to get that work done if it needs to be done. And so we won't have to spend 42,000 of our own.
Yeah.
But I was just worried about the old bridge. If
Yeah,
it was,
yeah,
maybe we ought to shut them off. And if we're gonna shut them off, we ought to tell them about it sooner than later
yeah,
instead of waiting until the last minute.
yeah.
Who runs SAP through that?
Josh Karen.
Gosh, Karen.
And are there other bridges too that get a lot of SAP
No.
through them?
Not covered bridges that I know of.
Yeah.
Anyway, carry on with your,
Had to buy new cutting edges for the hone and the grader, but that's something we gotta do anyways. Rodney still wants to do something about getting gravel up to Brocklebank.
I told him I'd look into seeing on the Chelsea side of it, who actually owns that property. And then we could proceed from there.
Okay. And he got a tentative figure for a new four-wheel drive dump truck. It's gonna be like $275,000.
It's in your packets, not the last things. in there.
It's a scary number.
That is a scary number for a six-wheel dump truck.
Yeah, and you could buy a farm for that. Not a very good one.
We'll trade Gary for a dump truck.
Yeah.
Mike, what was the Brookfield dump truck's price tag?
I do not know. I was gonna ask John Benson, but I didn't think of it when I talked to him. But
And that was a couple of years ago.
Rodney, yeah, well, they just got it. So yeah, it's probably ordered it a couple years ago. Rodney wants one basically like that because that's got the heavy duty front end in it. And but just pretty makes you gag. And I guess that's it for roads.
I was talking with Jeremiah Jarvis, who lives in Chelsea and drives for FedEx, and he said, like corporate FedEx, they're all 2 years out ordering tractor trailers. So
Yeah.
it's across the board, I guess.
Yeah,
So we better get on that pretty soon.
yes.
All right, if that's it,
That's it for me.
we'll
Is-
move on.
Is Matt still doing pretty much all Rodney stuff?
Oh, I didn't ask Rodney, but I just assumed he was.
Well,
I think he's just on call,
Right,
you know, if
Right.
it snows or they gotta haul gravel or something.
Right, yeah.
I think he goes down, and hangs out at the shop.
Right, more just plowing or hauling.
Right, or if they're doing gravel.
and Rodney's recovery is gonna be long, so he's quite sure that we aren't gonna see him on the truck until, I mean, I think probably May or something like
Yeah.
that, so
Yeah.
he's coming along, but he's,
Yeah. Long time, my friend Dennis. He just got his cast off. How long has he been? Couple months,
yeah,
and he just got his cast off. He can move his arm, but he's not supposed to lift anything.
Yeah.
or anything.
Is it like a rotator cuff surgery?
no, he had
They-
detached muscles.
Yeah, they told me that what they do is they drill a hole in your bone and they drive a peg in there and then they wrap the muscle around it. And so that stuff's all gotta heal back together.
Stretch that muscle back
Right,
out.
and they have to stretch the muscle because it shrinks when it rips off.
Right.
It's not a fun deal, I guess.
No.
So I'm not gonna walk outside in the winter anymore or pick up anything heavy.
Well, somebody, maybe it was Sandy said he's not allowed, Rodney's not allowed on the ice without those peg things on your feet, ice cleats.
Ice.
All right, Yep.
Yeah.
right. That's it. Let's move on to the liquor license.
We have a festival permit application for Brocklebank Brewing, and it's for the one they do in the summer at the fairgrounds.
Aha.
So it's months from now, but
Yep.
I needed to.
We have to wait.
I'm gonna have to wait.
Yeah,
That's what this is.
yes.
So we just have,
You just have to say, make a motion.
I make a motion, we let Brocklebank Brewing LLC have a one-time occasion liquor license, is that what you call it, liquor permit?
I second that.
all in favor of said motion, please say aye.
Aye.
What is the occasion, do you know?
It's the Micro Brew Festival down at the fairgrounds. It said it on the back, but the back didn't print, so.
All right, man, we're just flying along.
Yeah.
Okay, next, Hazardous Waste Day. They want to have it on June 10th at the transfer station again.
I think that's a good idea.
I do too. You want a motion on that? Huh?
Yes.
Really?
I don't know, you tell me. Do you want a motion or not?
I don't think we need a
I don't think we
motion.
need a-
But one thing we got to remember when we go is they need access to the town garage, for the bathroom,
Yes,
and for the wash facilities or whatever. So that day, we got to make sure the door's open.
What day is it?
June 10th.
9 to 1. Town clerk signature.
If you got any 5-gallon pails of mercury or something like that, bring them down.
Okay.
PFAS,
Yeah.
microplastics. Farmway's got a lot of microplastics over there.
It probably includes like fluorescent light bulbs and stuff like that, doesn't it? Because they got.
Oh, yeah.
So you save up on,
Those CFLs, yeah.
yeah, the squiggly bulbs. I've been saving some, so I'll have to go down.
Paint.
All right. Yep, all that good stuff. DDT.
Fred says perhaps asbestos,
Perhaps.
but not a truckload, right? You got to bring it in your 30-gallon bag.
Yeah, in your Prius.
That's right.
With no catalytic converter.
Yeah.
You imagine,
Like Don't bring in a bag of lead either. That's heavy.
Right?
Imagine having a 470 horse motor and a 6-wheel dump truck.
But you need it.
Go with my mom.
That and the old number one truck has a 250 in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
From the town of Bethel truck.
All right, let's move on to the lighting estimate from Janet Zug.
Here.
Oh, you wanna, is she gonna show up, you think?
Yeah, she said she was.
Okay.
coming.
Oh, okay.
So let's move on to the noise draft ordinance. For the draft noise ordinance.
Right in your pockets, it's the thing.
I read it online, Brian. Is it the same as you proposed before? So
Yes.
I'm
I'm just picking up where we're left off.
I don't remember anything wrong with the other one. I'll read it over. Do you have a copy of this, John?
It's in your email.
Oh, okay. Should we go over it then, or do you want to?
I think we should, because we ought to just move on it at some point.
All right, I guess we could set up a hearing, right?
But, I guess that's the next, step, isn't it?
Yeah, we'd have to put it in the paper. We'd have to have a hearing and all of that. And then, I mean, there are still some things I need to add, like pursuant to the authority of, and I need to look up the statute and the,
Wow.
Because based on a hearing, if there was public participation or the public wanted, an amendment to it, do you start all over, or can you just take public comment and amend it and then move forward? Do you know?
I don't know. I've never done an ordinance before. I would have to look into it and see what the like how it would lay out. If it would have to start back over again and then post it in the paper again and then have another hearing, or if we could just amend it at the meeting. And
Right.
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But I hate it when people disturb my repose.
When I'm opposed. Do you know the answer to that, Fred? In your worldliness? You're muted.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Do you know if we were having a public hearing about this ordinance and someone came and they wanted to amend the ordinance, do we have to start from the beginning again, or do we just add an amendment and then carry on?
I am but a mere student in this process. I
Oh.
do,
Well, you're near a railroad station, so I figured you must know.
that's hardware.
That is Hardwick. Ah,
He's a long ways from home.
yes.
And it's cold out here.
Are you on your bicycle?
I was bicycling out there. I'll send you some text.
All right.
Well, you could ask VLCT, I guess.
I will.
We'll use this as a practice ordinance.
Okay, so that'll be good to go for when we decide to do something for the trails.
That's right.
Well, since John doesn't have a ready copy, do you want to just
Yeah.
just set a date for a hearing?
Sure.
What do we call it now?
Whatever.
Let's not do it next time.
Like the meeting after town meeting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it then.
Yeah.
Because probably nobody will show up anyway, or two people will show up.
Or they'll show up with torches and pitchforks and
The noisy people will
be
show
very loud, calling for
They'll
Mike
just
Scout.
make a lot of noise for a long time, they'll be okay. And as long as they don't just disturb you when you move
in
forward.
my repose.
So in your packets, you also have this
Sheet.
spreadsheet from Mary Ann.
I didn't get through the truck thing yet.
Behind the truck thing.
Batteries not covered.
Mine's right here.
To get it in there.
You're making it very difficult for my
I
eyes.
know, that's the one.
I think that's a good layout.
Yeah.
Oh, John doesn't have this either.
It's in his email as well.
It's, I think in that email, right?
Yeah.
Why do sometimes
Um,
emails come out black with white letters?
It depends on, are you looking at it on your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like a mode that your phone has, like nighttime or daytime. So after like a certain time of day,
Oh,
it switches. It's easier for your eyes to
Yeah.
read.
huh, never knew that.
Is any of this stuff, none of this stuff is what we've already approved to spend money on, right?
I believe this was everything, so
Because,
we're,
because we've already said we were gonna do some stuff, right?
Right,
Like ambulance stuff.
yeah.
yeah, so I guess this is the stuff that was asked for after that. So
Right.
like the owl's not in here, the ambulance isn't in here.
Right,
This is all the stuff that people had requested money for.
I did a little, in case you're interested, I don't know if you wanna talk about it. The recognition of those things.
Yeah, go ahead.
I talked to the listers, about it. The taxes under last year's rate is like $400, the way it sets.
Yeah.
And I had asked Helen what the taxes would be if they put $150,000 house on there.
Mhm.
And Rudy said that would be roughly, going by the current tax rate, be roughly $3,800.
Yeah.
But apparently that got a septic system put in there and it didn't go through all the correct channels. It got lost in the shuffle somewhere.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't really have a septic system in. But somebody didn't report it to somebody else.
Yeah.
And so, and of course, Rudy doesn't think there should be a house there, but,
Right.
but as of right now, you could put a,
So is the septic that's
Yeah.
there legal or is it there illegally?
well, it's a legal system.
Yeah.
And yes, it is legal. It just didn't go through the,
Right.
floodplain place or something.
Yeah.
And just by, and my wife showed a piece of land over in Thetford last week, the exact same thing. There was a septic system there, but it wasn't really supposed to be there.
Yep.
So apparently. That's
Like the state engineers didn't check off on it,
right.
even though it was constructed to spec, right?
Right.
It's a mound system.
No, it's in ground. It's
ground.
just-
But I think Rudy said when they did the bridge that they hauled a whole batch of fill over there and on that property to make the drive down in.
Yeah, the access is way different than it used to be.
And he said a lot of that, I guess some of the septic is in that or
I
something,
don't think so. No.
I don't know. I
Right.
never been down there and nothing.
In the summertime, you can see where whoever hays it, Dan Roberts does now, there's a spot that's 50 feet by 100 or something that doesn't get mowed. And that's where the septic is. Yeah.
Well, anyways, that, this was for my own edification. I just wondered, if the rec department or the state or somebody bought the land, we could be out $3,800 a year.
Yeah, if someone put a house there.
If you want to look at it that way.
Right.
Okay, That's that.
Mike, does Sherry still have that property or does somebody else?
Yes. No, she still has it. They just relisted it because the listing had run out. And they just relisted it, and he had paid to have Benandini come down, drill a well. But Benandini never had. And so they got the land for sale for 65,000. Or if you don't want a well, you could buy it for 57,000. Because he had given Benandini 8,000 to drill the well.
Right. My question to Gary last time I talked to him was, in the event that a municipality wants to buy land, how, do you know, Mariah, how that works? Do we have a kind of town agent who acts as essentially the buyer representing the town? And, things like closings, I would think we'd essentially a town representative plus, Tavian or somebody.
Yeah, I don't know. I could look into that too.
Because it doesn't happen very often, but I don't know who in town would be that agent. Maybe the lawyer can do it.
Or just the chair of the select board or something. As a
That's true.
representative.
Probably
You can negotiate, Gary.
can. So,
Yeah, maybe I'll get a fee for that.
Yeah. But, and then we also wondered about if Marianne was looking into a grant potentially to buy it.
Yeah.
If Sherry could be in touch with the owner, Mike, who would say, I'm happy with Tunbridge buying it and I can wait, because if it's on, if it's just posted at fair market, we don't really control what happens to it.
right. Yeah, somebody could walk in there tomorrow and buy it.
Exactly. So it'd be good to get a
If,
memorandum of understanding or something that somebody would be okay with us waiting 6 months or something.
yeah, I don't know how big a yank this guy's in, because apparently he bought the land, he's gonna stick a house there, and then his job, he moved somewhere else, had to move
Yeah.
somewhere else, so. I don't know how big a yank he is to get rid of it. I don't think a real big yank, but
Yeah. And I don't know how it works, but even, putting a down payment on it or something, if we agreed we wanted to buy,
right.
just to hold it there.
I think if if you were gonna make a full price offer and you put down, 1,000 or 5,000 or whatever, non-refundable
Right.
deposit, then, but you'd have to check with them and make sure he was good waiting.
Yeah.
Whatever your timetable was, 6 months, 9 months, whatever.
Yeah. Can we have,
I'm sure it could be done.
Gary, what do you think? Should we have you or Marianne or Mariah or somebody just reach out to the owner and say, this might be a possibility?
Well, I can ask my wife to do it, or
Yeah.
Gail Wheatley's the one that's actually listing it. I mean,
Yeah.
he listed it, but I can find out about that.
That'd be great.
And then if we need to, we can talk more.
Yeah.
To do this.
Here's your scrap paper right there. The blue.
Blue?
Or you can have a sticky note. Brad, have you got any pictures of you on a bicycle?
I'll work on that, Gary.
Okay. Oh, John's disappeared.
Better crash that. Girl Scouts, no, thank you.
Or, so I guess I don't see,
I don't see Janet yet, but I know that that's Charlotte Mullen, and
Yeah.
she was gonna come on and we had a concern to bring up.
so we could skip ahead to other business.
Yeah,
then.
I mean, that's next up after the
Okay.
noise ordinance.
Let's do that since we have the noise ordinance under control. There's Janet right there.
Yeah,
Since we've been waiting for her, let's do Janet
Okay.
first, and then we can go to other business.
Oh. Dun, dun, dun.
Here she appears,
Hi.
like magic.
Well, that was quick. I'm on.
Yep,
Signed
you're
on.
up.
Cool.
You're-
Okay. So, hi. Good evening. I wanted to talk about the town hall lighting. And I sent over an estimate that Dave Eddy wrote up. And so the scope of the work is what his best suggestion is to, you know how the two lights have two different, each light has 4 bulbs, 2 work on one switch and 2 work on another switch, right?
Yep.
So the idea is that he's going to change all the bulbs and all the lights down there to LEDs.
Mhm.
And 2 of them will be with a brighter, whiter kind of light that works on one switch, the main switch, the one that works on in 3 different places. And then on the other switch that's over on the side of the building, those 2 bulbs would be a less bright and more warm light kind of lighting. So you could use them both at the same time, or you could, I think for meetings really and that kind of thing, you just need the one anyway. And in this case, they would look a little bit different than each other because they have different brightnesses and different colors of light. And so that's that plan. And then he would do something about the light in the hallway. We're not sure exactly how that's going to pan out because the light in the stairwell goes with the lights that would switch on with the white light. So we'll figure something out for that area. And that's why the estimate is a little, it's not everything line for line because we're still kind of working out a few of the smaller details, but we know the biggest, the big project, and he can do it soon. I've been in touch with Judy, who gave me the schedule, and I mean, he might even be able to do it next week. So, but it wouldn't. Go ahead.
I just had emailed it to you afterward.
So what is the estimate, Janet?
The estimate is $2,500,
Oh,
and
okay.
it would surely not be more than that. Could be significantly less. But,
That's the same with the billboard, bulletin board.
Yes, yes.
oh, is it?
Yeah,
And I think it comes in about the same as what I had come to you with when I was talking about having Matt do it. But I think Dave is more knowledgeable about the lights that are there. I mean, the idea is to not change the lights at all. It's not really gonna look any different, which I think is nice.
so
It'll,
the fixtures themselves will look just the same.
yeah, it's same fixtures. He's gonna change out, I think he has to change out a ballast inside and then
Yeah.
put a dimmer switch on that one wall. And, the work of hooking them all up and all that. And then so anybody who wants to come and have a social event down there can turn on the other, and I would make some small signage nearby those switches clear about, because
Yeah.
I don't think many people know that there's even 2 switches for 2 different lights, people who use the hall.
Yeah.
And 2 different switches for the same lights, that is. Anyway, so yeah, then it would just be easy and available for anybody who wants a more friendly lighting down there and still good for the meetings. So
And
seems
when things get out of hand, it doesn't get too loud with that new sound deadening stuff on the ceiling.
Isn't it amazing?
It's nice.
It worked. Yeah, I'm so happy. Yeah, it's much nicer down there. And that also, you can't really see it. It doesn't stand out as a big change,
Yep.
which I like as well. So, yeah, so if you guys give approval, I'd love to have him get started on that. And he says he thought he'd be in there for 2 different days. And, of course I coordinate that with Judy.
Yep.
Um,
Does someone want to make a
I
motion?
make a motion that we have Dave Eddy install new light bulbs, fix the switches
Do the job.
for not more than $2,500.
I second that.
All right. If everybody's in favor, well, I guess, whatever, we'll vote on it. All in favor, say aye.
All right,
Aye. All opposed? No one. All right.
Okay,
Got the green light.
all right. We'll move this project forward finally. Thank you.
Very well.
Janet, would that finish sort of your vision of the transformation, or is this sort of a phase 1?
Part is actually the phase 2. I think it finishes it. I mean, it's the
Okay.
2 things I wanted to do downstairs were better lighting and better sound. So
Right, yep,
I think this will sew it up.
fantastic.
Yeah, thank you. Yay.
Well, thanks for sticking with it.
Okay, cool. I'll let you know how it goes or
Yep.
when it's done and all that. Okay,
Thank you, Janet.
bye.
thank you.
All right, now we can move on to Charlotte. Would you like to join us, Charlotte? There she is. Oh, you're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, we can hear you now.
Okay, perfect. It sounds like this might be good timing considering you're talking about the town hall, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so I recently rented the kitchen downstairs over the weekend. And there is a major concern about bug infestation. I can't tell you how embarrassing and horrible it is. I have pictures. And I did call Judy the next day, and she told me that she has talked to you guys about this in the past. And because she's already talked to you, and there didn't seem like she had gotten any feedback about having an exterminator come or anything, I feel it most important to bring the attention to you. I mean, it was so bad that I'm embarrassed to say this. My daughter and future son-in-law were on their way home to Pennsylvania, and apparently the bugs had gotten into the gifts bags and were taking a ride to Pennsylvania because
What kind
they
of
had,
bugs?
I think from the pictures that I have, they're a stink bug. So my concern is obvious. I mean, it appears, because I heard on the street that there might be a big bug issue when I told a couple of people that I was renting the town hall, and they suggested I go in and check ahead. And I went in just to look at the facilities to see, my decorating and that sort of thing. And I looked around and I didn't see any bugs. But the minute you turn the heat up, that's when they come out of the registers. And my thought is they're attracted maybe to cement, and it's that back wall, where that outside door is that you don't use because it's locked, I guess, from the inside and outside. So
Okay.
I don't know. Judy had said she just, tried to sweep them up and stuff. I mean, I killed like 20 until guests were arriving. And then I didn't want to make a scene because it's a little embarrassing. But I really think that you should consider consulting with some sort of exterminator.
Okay,
Because I mean, it's a little alarming. I know they're not like harmful per se, but there is a lot of food service going on in there. The rec department is having, and I see that there is some food, storage, not a lot, but there is some food storage left behind. And being that they were bad enough to stow in gift bags and be transported to another state, is a extra alarming. I mean, I wouldn't rent it again unless I knew that they were gone. I will say that. And I think, I don't know how much attention has been brought to it to you guys thus far, but apparently it's on the street because I'd heard it ahead of time, but I didn't really, I thought they meant like dead bugs around the door, not ones that they come out of the heat. Looked to me like they were coming right out of the register, heat register. But so I don't know if you want to, you know, pursue
Yeah.
talking to an exterminator about it. I think in the scheme of things, if you're putting money into the building, I think that would be first and foremost.
Yeah.
That's something kind of important. That's it. I just wanted to bring it to your attention and urge you to move forward with it.
Right, thank you, we will.
Okay. All right, that's all I wanted. Thank you very much.
Okay, take care.
Thank you.
You remember who it was at the library? Didn't they have trouble with mice or something?
That's Mariah.
'Cause I heard the ad on the radio on WDEV. It's like I can't remember. It's somebody,
Best person that does the wasps and stuff at the
Yeah.
library too, that we use. That would be.
like from Barry or someplace.
Yeah.
Whoever it was did a good job. Like the
It'll be
bug-
interesting. It would be interesting to find out, you know, if it's one specific species like stink bugs, and what are they attracted to, or what kind of habitat are we,
Right,
you know, creating that they like it, you know, because some places have cluster flies or those Asian ladybugs or cockroaches or ants or whatever, but it's funny then
oh, I guess I have seen them around.
Yeah. Because they
stink
were,
bugs, yeah.
Ladybug things, right?
no. these
No,
ones.
they like, it's like a shield,
Yeah, I've seen them.
but you don't usually get infestations, you know, we'll have in our house like one or two, but
Right,
Right.
if there are that many, I would think they're attracted to something.
A box.
box elder. But there must be, yeah, like John said, there's gotta be something in there to, is there a
What's that?
box elder bug?
Box elder.
The AA is gonna look into that.
All right. Yeah, before we spray with really toxic things, I'd be interested to know just what's creating to figure out what's attracting them first.
Right,
Oh, we don't spray in there, we can pick up the hazardous waste.
They're attracted to sunny, heat reflecting surfaces like windows, concrete,
oh, great.
and home
There you
spacing.
go.
So
And it's the door,
concrete gets hot.
Yeah. and it's the door on the south facing side.
Probably skunks eat them. So if we introduce skunks to the town hall, they would
Perfect.
get rid of them.
A doggy door and the skunk can go in and out at will.
Well, we're gonna stuff in the town hall.
Just, yeah, like my pet.
Yeah, we could have the AA manage our skunk population.
I would love it.
You hardly know they're there.
Yeah.
She's got a fenced in yard, so she can keep them there during the day.
They would just tunnel under the fence.
Little rodents.
That's a good idea.
All right, there's an
We should
invoice.
maybe have Judy in too and just hear
Or have
if she-
you look into it
if she's
first.
been doing battle with them for a while.
I think Lynn was going to come and discuss this, but I can just give you a little bit of background on it. They originally thought that they were going to get $500 from Michael Saka, that
Right,
coalition thing that he had.
Yeah.
That dissolved, but the money's been dispersed and they didn't get it. So they had originally asked you for $2,000. Now they're coming asking for the full $2,500.
Is this out of ARPA or just out of us?
This was out of us. And that not Jeff Porter, is that his name?
I think it's Jeff.
So he was looking for half of the payment now and then the other half later. So she was also hoping that we could pay him half of his payment.
Well,
We already told them we'd do the 2,000, right?
I don't remember that.
I think I did.
I thought they were gonna get all the money from donations and stuff.
I don't believe so.
I probably remember incorrectly.
I will have to go through and look it up.
Well, the only reason I remember it in particular, well, I think I remember it, is because Michael Saka and I built the original one that tipped over for nothing.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, dang it, $2,000. I mean, Michael and I could have charged a lot more for what we did.
Yeah.
We didn't know that in the beginning.
Maybe this one won't tip over though.
I hope.
Pretty
It's a
nice.
nice looking unit. I guess, so I'm disappointed that the town's having to pay anything. But maybe I fell asleep. Maybe it was a meeting I missed or something.
I can look back.
You guys went,
Do it fast.
Now,
you guys went crazy and ordered this thing. I didn't know
that's why you can't miss anything.
that. No,
Not what we thought.
Oh, on the topic of money, Becky wanted me to ask you and get approval. So Jola is her assistant treasurer, her treasurer right now.
Mhm.
And she's looking to bring her in for 8 hours on a Friday. So obviously that will increase the amount of money that is getting paid out. But because we budget for the AA salary and I don't get any of that, we have extra money in that pot. Why what? To help Becky do payroll and do too? Not very much.
it's stressed and overworked.
I don't know. I know that she's busy. But Jola, I think, was looking for more things, and I think Becky had stuff that Jola could do. But so instead of, it wasn't going to change the budget because we already had that amount budgeted. She was just going to move it from the AA position to the assistant treasurer. She just wanted to run it by you.
I guess. I totally understand that things change and maybe there's more workload on Becky and so she needs that, so. I mean, that's my opinion. I don't know what Mike and John think.
Well, as long as it doesn't change the budget, I guess it doesn't make any difference.
Well, it technically is changing the budget because even though we had it budgeted for Mariah, she wasn't taking the money,
We
so we're
wouldn't
gonna
know.
spend more. And then next year, we're gonna have a bigger
How
budget.
much, how much is this involved? How many dollars?
I'm not sure.
Well, if you're getting $15 an hour times 8, that's
Yeah, but how many hours working now?
Yeah, 2, 3.
Is there something in here?
There might be. I don't know what Becky forgot. What's happening?
yeah, you want that, yeah. Helen was on that one. I didn't see. Oh, there's Jola right there. That one right there.
Oh, I probably couldn't find it.
Donald?
We got the last name.
Did we just level fund the assistant treasurer in this upcoming budget?
I don't understand the abbreviations. FWT, is that hours? I guess that must be the hours. This is 10 hours, which is like 72 weeks.
Can you tell the date up there?
128 to 120.
Oh, it's a whole day.
So she's working 5 hours a week, I'm guessing. And she's gonna go to 8, or she's gonna go to 5 and 8. which is 13.
I think she was going to go to 5 and 8.
Is Becky in a full day on Fridays? Or this mostly just be Jola doing it herself?
I think it'd mostly just be Jola. I think Becky's normally in 8:30 or 9 to 12.
So anyway, Becky,
So if she's
Yeah.
going a full 8 hours, that is gonna be,
unless Becky doesn't come in at all. Is that the plan, or is it Becky gonna be here as well?
I think
Where's
Becky
Jola?
will be here as well.
yes, I'd like a little more information.
Okay, I'll have her come
What
in.
she's getting paid per hour, how many extra hours she's gonna work.
So it's here, $16.35 an hour.
Oh, okay. We can find that. Oh, I see.
On her
We got
time
that on
sheet.
the-
Yeah.
Okay.
So
How
16.35.
many hours she got?
It says
10?
12 here, 12 units, it says, so I assume that's hours.
Oh, okay.
Well, it says 7.5 there, so. 2, 4, 6, yeah, it'd be 7.5. So I don't know what the units mean.
But it sounds like it would almost double assistant treasurer's budget, right?
It's gonna more than double it.
I would say,
If she's going from
5 to 13.
13.
I'll put Becky on for the next one.
oh, I'm sorry, I got the wrong, I've just been looking at that. It doesn't make any sense. Yola gets paid 16.17 an hour. And it says here 7.5 hours.
Is that for treasurer or lister? Or are they both the same?
Got two
Oh,
weeks.
she's not lister anymore.
It says 2.2 or 128 to 2.2.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, but I can look there. The 23rd through the 29th.
that's 1 week.
Yeah.
Okay, 7.5 hours a week.
Oh, now see, I'm on the
Oh,
wrong
you're on
darn
the
sheet
wrong
again.
one again.
She should put that on the front, I think.
Yeah. That's why you're not, okay.
1/7 to 1/27.
Okay, so that's 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's 20 days.
Yeah.
So it's almost 3 weeks.
Almost 3 weeks. So she's getting in a couple hours a week.
Just like she said.
Always stressful.
Well, I think it would be worth having Becky in just to hear what,
Yeah,
if she's missing, somebody who could do 8 hours of work, that's a lot of work.
Right.
That's a lot of work.
yeah, just ask Becky to fill us in.
I will. She asked, should I be in? I don't know if I can make it tonight. And I said, no, I'll be able to explain it to them. How'd I do? Not a good job.
Do a very good job explaining.
Okay, this is what I have found. Town bulletin board. Jeff Porter will build a bulletin board. A quote of $2,500 was given for the bulletin board. The Spawnables are happy to have it on their lawn again, but want site work done to include gravel underneath, so not to mow over tax. Michael Saka will be bringing this to the board of the Alliance of Vermont Community to ask for $1,000. Saka states that there is also locust posts, and ABC has offered to provide posts for these projects. Gordy Barnaby will dig the posts for free, as well as roofing donated and posts from the Tunbridge Town Forest. The posts will be in and the building will take place after the frost. They are looking for $2,000 to get this done. The select board asked Sarah Raitt if we could spend town money on this and then reimburse it with ARPA funds. She states that yes, we could. And we could do this at a later date as long as we kept the receipts.
There you go.
There you go.
You were more right than I was.
Yeah, no, completely. I didn't know that. Parker was on.
And what date was that, more or less? You don't have to know exactly, but that was back in the summer, wasn't it?
That was Tuesday, September 13th, 2022 at 6:07 p.m.
Just before fair.
Basically, so.
Hey,
Were we
look,
doing the little library at the same time?
Yes,
And that's full of books, I noticed.
It is. I've been taking some out of there.
Yeah.
There's some good ones.
You don't have to,
Replenished.
like magic.
I will take a cookie too, though.
You've already had two. Is that gonna go with your stuffed shells later on?
I'm having also with some pesto and shrimp.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
Just don't spoil your appetite. So anyway, back to the business here. Review again, they want the full 2,500,
Mhm.
and we did, and we can be reimbursed from ARPA anyway, so.
Yeah, but we gotta make sure we get that on. sheet.
I don't think it's on our little sheet.
Hmm?
Is it on our little sheet?
We're gonna make sure, and I don't see it.
Not on there. I think that we forgot about it.
So what was our share of it that we agreed to?
Well, we agreed to 2,500, but Michael Saka thought he was gonna get $1,000 from the Alliance Place. And apparently they did not come up with that. So we're up for $2,500.
Oh, it was, the whole price was 2,500 minus the Alliance's 1,000.
Yes,
Right,
So we're paying for the whole thing now.
right.
and Jeff wanted half. Why doesn't he want the whole amount?
I think like his first installment was due.
But isn't it complete, or is there still gotta be some more work
I
done?
think it's complete.
Yeah. Well, I guess my point is that maybe we ought to just give him the whole amount.
Well, or if he just gives us an invoice, we could pay the half and then,
You have the
We're
invoice.
done.
oh, we do.
We got two of them, actually.
Two invoices, so we're up to 5,000 now.
Let's give him half.
And then were we gonna use ARPA funds for this or just,
That's what we had said last fall, that we were gonna use ARPA funds for this. But if we're going to, we gotta make sure we get it on our little,
We'll just email Mary Ann. Yeah.
along
right, on the spreadsheet?
earlier that we're gonna do with, the,
That have already been,
right.
yeah, like the ambulance and all
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
Well, so that money's, yeah, she'll just have to add it to the already allocated monies.
Right.
Yeah.
Then let's just pay it.
All right.
If we-
need a motion.
If we can get reimbursed. I mean, if we do this now, then is it a problem to get reimbursed?
I don't think so. I guess.
Or have Becky pull it out of the ARPA pot.
But if we don't get reimbursed, I don't know what section of our budget we'd pay for something like this from. Well, technically, we're not supposed to do that, but I guess we could. But anyway, I guess we shouldn't worry about that. Well, John made a motion, and I think you seconded it, didn't you? To pay Jeff the full amount.
Yeah.
All in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All right. So Mr. Porter will get a check.
Check in the mail.
Well, it is a nice looking structure. Have you seen it in the daylight?
I'll probably not come over here and do that.
You're gonna have to at some point.
All right.
Days are getting longer.
I just also got an email from Tess Mix on Goodwin.
Just now?
Yeah.
What'd she say?
He says, with this early warm weather, Goodwin Hill is not drivable. Who should I talk to about please getting someone to grade it? I can't get up to my house. So should somebody call Rodney? I'm not Rodney, obviously, because he's not available.
Well, the road crew can look at it tomorrow.
You want me to call them?
Sure, yeah.
Maybe you could just get in touch with Rodney and then he can send out the orders,
Or however you want to do it.
because I think they talk quite a lot during the day. Sounds like.
And Rodney was saying how that Larry was gonna have to, well, his son, Larry was gonna have to actually cruising the boat. Not to use it.
Right.
So Larry could go up first thing in the morning, look at it.
Okay. Davis brought Rodney over a muffin and said happy Valentine's.
Yeah.
And he thinks Valentine's is like a thing, like a party or something.
Yeah.
Because I said, I have to go to my meeting. He said, I want to go to Valentine's meeting too. I said, okay, but and Rodney said he's very bored. He was sitting
Yeah.
outside on the porch and he said he's very bored.
I'm sure he is.
And did you all see that Izzy Provancha is up for being the moderator again?
He's seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that, but I saw him a while back.
Okay.
That's good. He does a good job.
Mm-hmm.
John,
He's there.
I read your trails thing. It looked pretty good. Did you see this?
No, are you talking to John Bicknell?
No,
Oh,
John O'Brien,
I didn't see that. What is it?
the email. I sent.
Hey, I didn't see anything. Oh, I see.
Did you see that day? Gary draft of the thoughts of changes, Mike, or did it seem pretty clear?
I thought it, to me, it seemed very clear.
Yeah, I did too.
I don't look at it like a lawyer.
But we can always change it. I mean, it will get changed probably anyway, and it would
Right.
probably go to transportation, house transportation and get changed, but I think it's a good starting,
Yeah,
good starting spot.
yeah. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Good. Oh, look at it.
And yeah. All right, I'll get on that tomorrow.
Got it.
And then I also asked Mariah to get, we invite Cal Hemingway and Nate Stearns to it on Zoom next meeting, so that'll get me up to a proposal anyway for them, because they've been waiting for a year.
Okay,
I also sent you guys an email with Danielle Castro's mailbox that she said was knocked over by the town trucks.
just recently?
I'd say probably 2 weeks ago, last time it snowed, but I had sent her the mailbox reimbursement policy, which states that, like it's on them to fix it and that type of thing, and then to give us the receipts, and that if, Rodney or whoever went out, but I haven't heard anything else from them again, so I just wanted to bring it up.
Where does she live?
On Russell Road.
I don't know, you know.
I don't either.
Maybe I didn't, maybe I meant to and didn't.
Yeah, you pushed in.
I probably wrote out a nice long email and then didn't even send it in.
Pushing the button,
Oh, really?
then
Brain fog.
a week later, something like that.
Yeah. You call them up and ball them out. They say you gotta actually submit the order.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's up to her to get back to us.
Yeah, she would get back to us and say, this is like the new mailbox cost and whatever, and then we'd send Larry out there and he'd be like, oh yeah, it looks like, and she sent a picture and stuff too, so,
And see sure the town truck
yeah.
pull it down.
Looks like it's off.
No, you don't have to. Come right in. Ma'am, sit down.
Thank you very much. No.
Homemade cookies. made them
Homemade
before it
boxes
came over.
and everything.
The cheap trays come from China though.
But the cookies are homemade.
I've already forgotten why you're gonna be here.
He's gonna talk about the bulletin board that we already.
Oh, okay.
But you just talked about.
You're so in luck, but we're just gonna pay the whole
So
invoice.
you can leave if you wish.
I just tried to call your house and I was like, wait, don't come down.
So sweet, I love it. And I thought to myself, 20 minutes early, probably that'll, just in case.
Yeah. I
Right.
mean, we're normally 20 minutes behind, so
Yeah.
like you would have been.
It was so small. It's like, oh my heavenly days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, gosh, so you're just gonna go ahead and pay it.
Yeah.
Well, I thank you so much, and I'm sorry for mishandling such a small contract, but that's how that happened.
Yep.
And the rest of it's gonna be volunteer, the site work that happens in the spring,
Mhm.
all the rest of it, and the roof, he said the roof should be on by March.
Yep.
All righty then.
Cool.
That's
But
it.
I know that you had just asked for half of it right now, but we're gonna just pay all of it and just be done with it.
Oh, man,
Post it on him.
what do you think?
Not bad.
You guys you're the ones, I think Jeffrey's probably totally good for it.
You accepted.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Good, he'll be thrilled. I'm sure he'll be tickled.
Yep.
Great. And we'll get the signage and gosh, okay, well, have a lovely evening.
Well, enjoy
You
your
too.
cookie.
I was gonna sit, relax. Okay.
You still can stay.
Sorry for the rundown.
It's all good. Nice to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Take care.
Good thing you didn't take your boots off.
It's all recorded, right?
It
is.
That's
He's gone. So what else are we gotta do here?
That's it, I think.
Any more business?
I don't think so.
Have you heard any more about the transfer station? I don't know if Mike stabilized the deck or not, but
Yes,
Hopefully-
he did, didn't he?
He said he was going to, when I had called again, he was gonna go that week that we had talked about it, so
Yeah.
3 weeks ago.
And just
Okay.
didn't- I didn't look.
And then somebody from Casella called me and said that they went down and they fixed the compactor, but that there's some electrical mess that it kept shorting out like the compactor did. And so they left a bunch of whatever parts were shorting out. I don't know,
fuses. probably.
plugs, yeah, something, fuses. And but that if it keeps doing it, that it needs to, like, we need to hire an electrician, because he said that he like shut the power off to the compactor, but he was still, there was still power.
Right,
to it.
I've heard that before.
So if it keeps shorting out and the fuses keep blowing, then it's like a bigger electrical issue. That's not a Casella problem.
Yeah.
It's like a us.
Right. I think that's been happening for years. Well, that's something we're gonna have to tackle because we're gonna run out of fuses after a while.
That's what he said. He left a whole bunch of extra ones, but you shouldn't have to go through them. And that if you are still, then we should get it.
Well,
looked
just
on.
the little grippers that hold the fuses are gonna get hot and then they aren't gonna connect and it's just gonna lead to bad things. And that's gonna mean a complete
That's-
rewire.
Yeah, we should probably think about totally rewiring that at some point.
Right. I wonder if Simon Bradford would,
Is he an electrician?
he is, but even if he didn't want to do it, maybe he could point us in the right direction of
Yeah.
someone who would. Contact him.
Because it looks like, right, it would need some sort of, somebody who's good at that sort of commercial
Right,
grade one, electrical, because it's a whole mess of weird, it was designed for what, phase 3, and we've got 220 and 110 and everything else running there.
right. Mike, I saw Mike Barnaby today and he said, I'll just pass this along. He said, I said, what you been doing? He said, I tried to kill myself over the weekend. He went over to Kevin's house. He was splitting some wood outside, so I thought he'd just check inside. Well, Jesus, they thought they shut the water off last fall. And apparently the water didn't shut off, and the water came in and it froze, and then it thawed out,
God.
and the water was coming down through the ceiling and down into and anyway, he went down in the basement, and it was 3 feet of water in the basement. So he thought, well, I better go over and shut the breakers off. So damn fool goes over to shut the breakers off and zapped him.
Standing in 3 feet of water.
Yeah. So then he finally got Simon to come over, and he got Bucky LaRock to shut the power off out on the
Out
pole.
on the pole.
But he's lucky he wasn't just standing there just vibrating.
Phew.
He got out alive.
It was 3 feet of fluid water. It wasn't ice.
Yeah, it was water. He showed me a video of just stuff that normally wouldn't float, wouldn't be floating, was on top of the water.
Wow.
Oh, really?
So he knows electricity.
That's the house over here on Rec Road?
Yep.
That's not good.
No, it's gonna be a mess.
Hmm. Yeah. They gonna pump water out or
He
anything?
said Simon might bring over a pump from the fire department on the weekend. John, have you got any other business?
No, just my to-do list here before next meeting, or you can kill me, is minutes and Falls Hill Eagle Trail and the application for the town hall.
Do you have minutes from last meeting here tonight?
Those are my action items.
He has all of the minutes that I've had for the past couple of months that need to be reviewed before signature.
I've been thinking about that, and I think we really gotta try hard to make sure that we do the minutes after the next, or at the next meeting.
Yeah, yeah.
Before town meeting, we gotta get them done.
Okay.
It's just fresh in our minds, and I like the fact that all three of us look at them.
Yep.
And John will pick something, and I might, right,
If I go through them, I can leave the file then in the town offices.
Okay.
all right, that's,
I will pick up where you left off with those ones, and then I will have a couple meetings.
Yep.
For you all to look at.
sure. How about you? Have you got any other business?
I guess not.
I'm sure I do, but I don't remember.
That's the thing.
Does
We
any,
wanted to move next meeting to the town.
what, did we last year have this, the pre-town meeting in the town hall, or did we have it right here?
We had it all on Zoom.
Well, this was Zoom last year.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think we had it here, didn't we?
I think Gary was the only one who came,
that's probably why
Yeah.
I'm thinking it was here.
yeah. But we can,
still do it Zoom. I mean,
Yeah, I think we, just like this meeting,
but do you want it at the town hall or do you want it
I
here?
think here's fine. I mean, 'cause we
Does
can-
it say in the town report, Mariah? Because that will be out by then.
It doesn't, it just says that it will be held that date.
Okay,
we can
given
hold-
how many people come, just seems like the town offices make sense.
Yeah.
Well, even before COVID, at the gym, we'd only have 22 people or something like that, so,
that was before anybody's Zoom.
right. So I think we're fine.
And we're gonna do some select board work too, right?
Yes. Because you just said one thing.
Yeah, because you wanted to talk to Cal Hemingway
Right.
and Becky will come in.
Minutes,
Minutes,
Becky.
yeah.
So there'll be two different meetings, like we'll
No, no, I
do the
think we-
pre-town and then adjourn and then
gonna
do
do
a select board meeting.
I mean, you can do that. I was just gonna do it as like a agenda item, like the beginning of the meeting of the select board meeting
Right.
would be pre-town meeting questions. And then the next thing would be road report and go from there.
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds easy.
Because a lot of people don't really have a ton of questions.
Right. And do you have any idea whether the town reports will be out?
They should, they're all printed. And then they're going to try to have them mailed by the 20th, so 6 days from now.
So,
Mariah seen the sneak.
Is a signature you need to sign saying that you want to do the audit that they've been doing.
But this year,
Not yet.
No, I think that
no,
they're working on it still.
Becky, the last I talked to Becky, which was last week maybe, she said that they needed more information and she gave them the more information. So I don't know the answer to why it's not done.
okay.
Was this a full-on audit or a review?
No, this was review this year.
I don't know why it's taking so long, because boy, the first year they snapped right to it.
Because every time I talked to her, they needed more information.
Yeah.
So,
It was Sullivan and Powers. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that one needed a
this is
signature.
pretty up to-
I think,
This needs a signature. All right.
I think it's on the next page or the back or something.
A general question I had was, this is from April 15th, 2022. Why am I signing it now?
I'm not sure. Maybe that's the other,
One we should have signed.
maybe that's the other information that they need. They realize you actually haven't signed it to do it yet.
Date, what's today's date? 2/14.
14.
Oh, it's Valentine's party day. Do more than one of us need to sign it then? Because it's 3 lines.
Well, my, if he's here.
If you're here, sign it. Yeah. Right now.
Mariah, do we know who Samsung SMG715U is?
I don't know.
I thought it was good.
No, Fred's disappeared. Oh, there's Lynn.
Back
She was-
home.
It looks like summertime up there.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Lynn. What'd you forget?
I could you bring me another cookie?
Yeah.
Here.
No.
Box is empty.
We'll meet
I'm
you
just-
halfway.
I'm just kidding. I just didn't know if you would still be in the meeting or not.
Yes,
And-
we are.
Okay, so you're on to other topics.
We're on other business.
Okay, I'll be quiet, but I'm listening.
You don't have any other business?
I can wait till the end. I don't want it. Yeah, I wanted to remark on the bulletin board thing.
Go ahead.
Okay. I didn't want to sound flippant when I was leaving, talking about mismanaging a project. I think it's gone really well. And I wanted to explain that I thought we had $500 of extra funding, which we did not end up, we haven't received yet, and we could push on receiving, but that's a different question. So the fact that the town is willing to take that extra $500 and put it in, I really appreciate it. I know it's not a giant amount of money, but it's in fact 25% of the total extra. So I didn't know how much you knew about it, and I wanted you to know there is a possibility of trying to get it from the original source.
Well, I'd appreciate it if you could.
I haven't been able to yet, but I will continue to try. Does that sound like an okay way to work with
It's
it?
because-
Twist a few arms.
Okay, I will twist as much as I can. I know it actually is from Vermont Communities, and they have dispersed their funds, but we were promised money from that before they disperse them. So I don't know at this point whether they're going to be able to be pulled on. So it's nice to know that we can pay Jeffrey, and I just send my apologies for not having that fully in place like I should have.
Apologies accepted.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anything else? All right, sit back and enjoy the show then.
We could sue the Alliance now for, as a creditor.
Do we have a good lawyer?
I'm just going to do the elbow twisting method.
Okay, strong arm
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, me and Nunzio.
We'll call you in to get things done for us.
That's right. Your fixer.
You want to be constable?
A great idea. Give you a badge.
You couldn't pay me enough.
Oh, we could.
Well, we wouldn't, don't worry. $400 divided by 2.
All right. I guess unless no one else has any business, we could, well, I guess we can sit here and sign orders, or you can, John can zoom out.
That sounds good.
All right, probably John.
So the next meeting is, we'll do any other town meeting prep stuff we got to do?
Yep. Oh, do we have anything else? Nope, no more prep, but if we had some, we would do it next meeting, but there shouldn't be anything else.
Right. So that'd be good for us to go maybe just over the numbers, look at the spreadsheet in the town report and just make sure we know how to answer questions.
Yeah,
Our AA can come up with tough questions to ask the chick.
I'll think real hard.
We invited Helen down.
She'll be here anyway, probably.
That's right. Of Helen and Nancy Howe and
Maureen,
Ted White, and they'll.
Maureen, do you have your hand up? If you
You're
unmute
muted.
yourself.
Unmute.
Still can't hear you.
Huh.
Muted again.
He's in West Tunbridge.
You're muted.
Yeah, it's at West Tunbridge.
Darn.
We heard you.
Can you put it in the chat? Type into the chat.
There's no Ethernet in West Tunbridge.
She's in Southwest Tunbridge, so.
Yeah.
Should be able to.
Not
bounce.
now either.
How's your,
Yeah, East Buffalo.
there you go. Try now.
No,
What? Oh,
can't hear.
How's your cell phone coverage over there, Mike?
What cell phone coverage?
Oh dear.
In West Tunbridge? There's no cell phone coverage?
No, it's good.
Write it on a piece of paper, whatever you want to say, Maureen, and just hold it up.
Those, yeah, can you type it here down in the chat? Just click on that.
Lynn's gonna be our IT person now.
Constable IT? What
Find out.
else?
Call us on the phone. And she could be on the internet. She's ringing us up now.
Look at that.
Oh,
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 who is Samsung SMG715U?
John asked that a while ago.
I'm not sure.
They're muted.
That's what they're called in the minutes right now.
Yeah. Speak up, please, whoever you are.
Who are you, Samsung?
That sounds Chinese to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did they just come in on a balloon?
Yeah. It's gonna be hot.
Exactly. Chinese lurking.
or a car-shaped object.
Constable Hadley will investigate.
Oh, no. With the excellent IT background. Oh. Well, I'm gonna say over and out. Oh,
Yeah, nice. comment.
Hi.
oh,
So
Janet.
I thought of something, and maybe I could just throw this in while Maureen is figuring out how to talk to us. So about the town meeting, and it's happening at the school again, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. So, oftentimes we've had, I've done the microphone thing with Henry.
Yep.
And in the last few years, it hasn't really worked out because the microphones aren't working. I know that I think it was the last 2 years that it didn't happen down at the fairgrounds. And so, yeah, this is something I thought of like a couple months ago, but didn't even think to actually bring it up until this moment. And so if you guys still want to have people who are running around with microphones, which is actually, I love doing that job. I would not give it up. But we could use some microphones and decent equipment. And, I don't know if it's too late for this one, but I'm throwing it out there. Maybe there's somebody in town who has it, like Henry did, but I don't know. So.
Okay, I'll look into that. I know that I had just been using some of the school stuff because they set it up for their school board meeting after.
Oh.
So I
Yeah,
will.
so maybe they have it.
Yeah, I'll
Or
ask
it's
if they have any.
Yeah, it's the portable microphones that are needed, I guess, and
Yep.
and somebody to hook it up,
Yeah.
that knows where the things go.
Either that or you
Wow.
can get those little bull horns.
There you go.
You could just get a
Yeah.
bullhorn.
Those things, they just take batteries and they're right there.
Yeah. And that's what people can
I
do.
think people are shy enough about the microphone. I don't know if that'll work.
They're so atmospheric, those bullhorns. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Right. I think it's a great idea. At least two of them.
Neighborly
Setting-
conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, setting the vibe, right?
My niece has one with- my niece has one with siren on it too.
Anyway, that's my last minute thought of the night.
Well, thank you, Janet. That's a good
There you
idea.
go.
'Cause I've forgotten all
Cool.
about that. Darn microphones didn't work.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing I usually think of like the day before town's meeting. Oh yeah, I get to see Henry tomorrow. you
Yeah.
know.
Early.
So
You're
Yeah.
early, Janet.
yeah, well, thanks. All right, good attitude. I'll take. All right, can we
Maureen,
hear from Maureen?
Have you figured anything out yet?
No, her hands are tied.
The little across the
Yeah.
bottom, there's that. It says chat. There's like if you scroll down towards the bottom, there's a line of icons. One of them says chat.
Only if she's on
that-
a laptop, right?
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, pads are different.
Uh-huh.
Maureen, are you on a laptop?
Don't know sign language.
Yes, laptop. Okay. Smiling, we're smiling.
Scroll down. Oh, hi, kitty.
Yeah, it's a little, I didn't set up my space tonight. I jumped on. But looking at your space, Janet, it's just so
Oh,
lo-
I'm in the studio with all the color.
all the color.
I have you guys in my ears, so then I just listen while I'm doing stuff, you see. That's why because I'm moving around, that's why I go without the video. And we
Oh.
lost our mysterious Samsung person.
Song. Mm.
But,
Janet,
Yes.
Emily says she'll be a microphone runner if you need one.
Wicked.
Oh, man, is that all you have to do? I want to
All
be.
we need, right?
So you're
It's
constable,
like
you're
the
guarding the
best
back.
job. All we need are microphones
That's
and
my
somebody
job.
to run them.
Somebody's gotta guard the ballot box. It was the constable.
responsible.
Yeah. Was Maureen gonna throw a frying pan at her?
Kind of scared. Okay, here's my, blessings to y'all. Bye.
Bye.
See you at town meeting.
Lovely.
She's trying to do something.
Gonna write a note.
One last thing.
Here we go.
Bye.
Bye, Will.
Well, not something. All right, we'll see ya.
All right, we're zooming out.
We're zooming out. We're gonna sign the orders and then we're gonna zoom out.
All right. Oh, I got some hay, Gary. That was an adventure.
Oh, you did get hay?
Did you hear? You hear what happened
No,
from Dave?
no.
So I didn't see any hay, so I went in and started helping myself, and I was carrying 2 bales, and I saw a bale on the ground floor and thought, oh, that's a good place to step. And lo and behold, it was a tiger trap. And down I went.
Really? All the
And
way
I-
down?
No, I luckily caught myself, but my little legs were dangling.
Really?
It
The
was
last guy to do that.
kind of a shock that it was just a little bale plugging a hole with a 20-foot drop.
Huh, well, I'm
That
sorry.
It's set up to catch hay stealers.
Yes, I didn't think about that. But you got the hay.
So,
okay,
anyway,
didn't
it was an adventure. I got the hay, so I might come back for some more now that I know where the holes are, or at least one.
you? Don't step in any bales.
I know, I'm not gonna. I might bring my own boards to lay down and step on those.
Oh, we don't normally have that trouble. All right.
Anyway,
Thank you,
all right.
Ron.
Thanks,
See you.
guys. See you later.
I